Heavyweight boxing fans, what's the deal? Okay, so let's try this again, man. Had to restart this live because I forgot to enable the chat. And I definitely want to hear you guys what you guys have to say, man. So that wasn't the right way to do it. So we back, man. So wait for y'all to get back up in here. And AJ says some things, but that's not only what I want to talk about, but that is the title. AZ was good. The Architect one was good. Ronald Finkley, salute. We back up in here, man. Definitely want you guys to be a part of this, man. So I had to enable the chat. So wait for a few you get up in here again. And yes, you guys see the title of the video, but y'all know me. I cover more than just what everybody's talking about. I want to talk about some other heavyweight news as well. So before I get to what the title's about, um, let me go ahead and just talk about some other things briefly. And then we definitely gonna cook about what AJ said in his interview. And I'm looking at it from a couple different angles, okay? But before we do that, let's let me see. Let me talk about what should I tackle first, y'all? Dillian White. Now this was off his Instagram. Let me look at. Let me see. Don't know go to photos. Bam. Okay, so Dillian White, y'all. First, before I get there though, it's only respectful to say what's up to the family, man. So, Sheldon Holmes, good morning, bro. Um, the Wonderful Life of Bob J says this is sad. David Watson, hey, Mr. Boxer, what's good, bro? King Strick up in here. Hop, oh, my boy Hop is here. You here, Hop? I'm glad you're here, man. You finally made one, man. Or you made one. You made the one last night too. But yeah, good to see you here twice in a row, man. Hey, y'all, my man Timothy, two-time Moten up in here. Hey, Tim, bro, you had man. I didn't know that was you. You know what I mean? But hey, Timothy, bro, I haven't done a specific video with your name in the title, but I've been bringing you up a lot. I even said that you'll be back in the ring January 11th. Well, I'll say it now. Timothy Moten's back in the ring January 11th. He was a part of the Anthony Joshua camp. He's the one that started the whole two time. I didn't know that it was you, but I thought what Andy did was pretty tight as well when he kept saying and still. So I thought that was tight. Now Anthony Joshua beat him. Got my prediction wrong. But hey man, y'all prepared that man well for this camp. I wish there was some type of footage out there. I kind of know what happens in sparring stays in sparring, the old cliche. But hey man, you know what I mean? We need to stop that cliche, man, because I want to see some of these sparring footages, man. Sometimes sparring footage is released years and years and years later. Shout out to Jarrell Miller. He ended up giving me some sparring footage of him and Klitschko that I posted on my YouTube channel. It was either late last year or this year, and that thing got damn near like 100,000 over 100,000 views on it, man. So some guys release sparring footage, some guys don't. Some guys hold on to it. But shout out to my man Timothy Moten. Can't wait to see you in action January 11th, bro. Definitely gonna do a post fight breakdown on it. I know you were asking me about a prospect watch video on you, but bro, I done brought your name up so many times, bro, and I haven't really done a, a prospect watch video in like over a year. I've done 90 of them, man. So kind of trying to change up the format and just bring up guys just in my live streams, man. And I figured that those videos will get more views than just a specific prospect watch video. You dig what I'm saying? But shout out to my man Timothy Moten, man. Actually, let me go ahead. And Timothy been coming to the page way before he got into AJ's camp. You know what I mean? But shout out to him, man. That is the real Timothy Moten up in here. Uh, and while you up in here, let me go ahead and do this for you. Hold on. Let me go ahead and mod my man Timothy Moten up right quick. Let me go ahead and mod up Timothy two times, one time real quick. Let me go ahead and mod you up one time real quick. It ain't letting me do it, man. This is ridiculous. I'm gonna mod you up though, bro. My man Hop up in here. Okay, Rich H says AJ will probably want to KO Fury in sparring to make a statement. Scott 70 says big ups Timothy from Australia. MET Boxing up in here. Salute, bro. Um, Chris Tien says, how's it going, Mr. Boxing? Love these live streams. I'll usually watch them later if I miss them. Oh, man, everything's good, man. Blackout, what's up? Just want to cook on what Anthony Joshua had to say. That's the title of the video. And I also want to cook on some other things, man. You guys know how I do. KP from Casey's, I don't care what happens. AJ versus Wilder need to happen. This dude seems content not fighting Wilder. And Timothy sent you up in here, bro, and I know you was in this camp. I would love to hear what you have to say once I cook on that. All right, I just want to get your um, expert opinion, right? Because you are the fighter. We're just the fans, right? You are the fighter up in here. I've been watching boxing for over 30 years. You know what I mean? So I think my opinion is valid, and I cover the heavyweights like no other. But I want to hear from you what you have to say. You share some time with them. Um, so I want to hear what you have to say. All right. But first, Dillian White. All right. So let me get to Dillian White, y'all. Okay. You guys know how I feel about Dillian White. You know that I think he will not short you on his effort. I think he has a good jab. I think he's a good body puncher. I think he is when you get him in the ring, he won't short you. He won't shortchange you on his effort, whether he's in shape or out of shape. Okay. He has some pretty solid wins. Revis, Parker. Okay, so that's just a quick rundown. I like Dillian White. Still want to see him and Jarrell Miller fight because they have a mouthpiece. You know what I mean? They can talk a lot of shit, and I think their styles would mesh really well. Okay. Now, with all that said, okay, I just gave him his props, and I'm glad that he's the number one. That he will be the first guy in line to get a title shot between Wilder and Fury. Okay. Bam. So I said all that. Now, Dillian White has came out on his Instagram, and I'm just curious what y'all think about this. Um, it was something that he reposted on his Instagram that was from Heavyweight Boxing UK on Instagram, and it's like a if you press play on the picture, uh, it's him facing off with Ruiz, and then the next picture is him facing off with Povetkin. He put this up about I don't know like an hour ago, okay, and then the caption reads, "It's as simple as this." Okay, I'm just reading what he wrote. He says, "It's as simple as this. Ever want it, can get it. I am the Jamaican can man. As simple as that. Hashtag let's go." So I think what he was trying to say is whoever want it can get it. Okay. Now, when I came out with a video a few days ago with Dubois saying that he wants to fight Dillian White, a lot of you were saying he doesn't need Dubois. He didn't. Well, I know what he doesn't need, but but Dubois just saying that he would like to face White one day. Okay. Now, it has been. We already know that Dillian White will get his title shot either on or before was it 20 February 2021. Okay, so that's already been established. Now I doubt he's going to sit out that whole time. I even suggested, hey man, I really don't usually do this, but if you're trying to preserve your title shot, you already have it. There's no like you have to fight a mandatory for it. You're pretty much the mandatory. I wouldn't have been shocked or surprised had he take on a I hate saying lighter touch, man, but somebody that's not recognized as like a top 10 guy. Maybe now I'm not saying fight some just obscure journeyman type people until he gets his title shot. I'm not saying that. But if he took on somebody like top 15-ish to top 25-ish, I wouldn't been mad at that because I know the circumstances, okay? He needs to get back into shape because that guy I seen a few Saturdays ago, he's not beating anybody in the top 10. That the Dillian White that I saw at 271 pounds looked depressed after the fight, looked depressed before the fight. I don't see him beating any top 10 guy that's hungry and motivated. That's my opinion. But the Dillian White I've seen come into shape in fights, um, the first Chisora fights like that, I give him a solid chance of beating anybody, except Joshua Fury and Wilder, to be exact. Okay. Um, Now it pops up with him and Ruiz facing off. Then it pops up, the picture pops up with him and Povetkin facing off. So what do y'all think about that, man? Do you think that Dillian White should do what he's been doing and just try to fight solid fighters up until his title shot? Or do you guys think he should go the route that I'm saying? I'm only saying that because he already has a mandatory in line. So please don't take this as, oh, Mr. Boxing is encouraging Dillian White to fight a bum. No, I'm not. I'm just saying he's already has his mandatory. If he needed to fight somebody for the mandatory, then I'll fight somebody worthy of that type of fight. But since you already have it, should he go like I said, 15 to 25-ish type of guy? Or should he fight a Povetkin? Should he fight an Andy Ruiz? Now, I would love to see it. If he fights Povetkin, I'm not going to sit here and say, no, Dillian, don't. No, sign me up. I would love to see that fight. Some other guys he could have thrown in there is Luis Ortiz, Adam Konauki, those type of guys. But if Dillian White wants to fight Ruiz or Povetkin, especially Ruiz, because I want to see where he's at. I want to see if Ruiz still is hungry, man. And I ain't talking about the dinner table. I'm talking about getting in that ring. And does he still want to? Does he still feel as if he needs to prove himself? Because like I said, man, you get some checks that make you 15 to 20 million dollars richer. You thinking you need to prove yourself is kind of going to evaporate a little bit, man. You dig what I'm saying? It's like working a regular job. You get that bonus, you get that tax money. I see people get a little bit lazy at their jobs, take some days off. Not vacation, they just taking days off because they got that 10 grand or they got that 5 grand or whatever it is. and that's peanuts compared to what a guy like Dillian, or I'm sorry, that a guy like Ruiz just made. You know what I mean? So if $5,000 to $10,000 can make the average person lazy, could you imagine what 15 to 20 million would do to you? You know what I mean? So I want to see that. And Dillian White's to me is a good person to test if you have heart or not, or if you still want it. So that'd be a good fight, in my opinion. The Povetkin fight, I like to see Povetkin and Hunter get a rematch, man. Kind of unsettled business there. I seen Hunter on the Sky Sports interview. He's doing his UK rounds. He said that he would love to fight Povetkin. They even brought up Usyk, and he said both of those guys, he needs to get like his get back with Povetkin because it was a draw. Get back at Usyk because he lost to him at cruiserweight. All right. So yeah, man, I would love to see him. You know what I mean? I would love to see him fight Povetkin or Ruiz. And I like this the Dillian White that I want to see. This Dillian White. Not that sad, depressed Dillian White talking on the Sky Sports after the fight. And I understand he's going through some things. Some people think a lot of fans think he's full of shit. Some fans really feel sympathy for him. Okay. I guess it depends what side of the fence you lie upon when it comes to that. All right. But this is the Dillian White I want. A Dillian White that knows he has his title shot, but he wants to fight Povetkin and Ruiz, and they all can get it. That's the White I want to see. And I want to see a Dillian White that's in shape. Because that can only help out this era. Out of shape Dillian White, does nothing for the era, man. We need him in shape. Um, but I wonder if he will fight Luis Ortiz. That's another fight that I would like to see him fight too. I know, but Luis Ortiz is 88 years old, Mr. Boxing. And all that sounds funny. We can make jokes and he's 88 years old and you know what I mean, he was doing, he was hitting the pads when Jesus was crucified and you know what I mean, cool, man. That's all funny. But Ruiz is a tough dude to beat. Timothy Moan's in here. He's a real fighter. Ask him if Luis Ortiz is garbage. Ask him. I only have to see his answer. I know he's going to say. That's not an easy out. Yes, Wilder was able to beat him, and that's it. But Mr. Boxing, he ain't fought nobody. Okay, well that comes down to your opinion. You dig what I'm saying? Um, if that's the case, then why couldn't Povetkin take care of Christian Hammer easy? Why wasn't it just easy for him to knock Christian Hammer out? You know what I mean? Why isn't it? Why wasn't Vladimir Klitschko? Why couldn't he just easily get Brian Jennings up out of there around that time, that 2015-ish? Why couldn't he do it? You know what I mean? He got the win, but you guys get what I'm saying here, man. Then Luis Ortiz's skill level is up there. You know what I mean? Great counterpuncher, a powerful counterpuncher as well. He got Razvan Cajano up out of there quick. Joseph Parker went the whole 12. I understand that Cajano and Parker sparred over 100 rounds leading up into that fight because Parker was using Cajano as his sparring partner for Huey. Then Huey pulled out. Then he fought his damn sparring partner. So I get it, but we're not going to sit here and act like Luis Ortiz ain't shit. That's what we're not going to do. You know what I mean? But yeah, that's it about Dillian White. And let me cook on something else, man. I took screenshots of everything I want to talk about because usually I'll start going on one topic for hours. So let me see. Okay, the Joshua thing. Damn. Okay, hold up. There was a few more things I want to cook on. Um, Let me see here. I'll see y'all filing up in here. I'm gonna get to y'all in 1 second, y'all. Oh, Otto Wallin. Let me touch on Otto Wallin. Now, this is a guy who I did do a prospect video on about 4 or 5 years ago when he was a prospect. You wouldn't have told me, man, that now, and this is another thing. People say, what about his resume? Who he beat? Okay, well, who did Otto Wallin beat to go in there to have a performance against Fury the way he had? That's another thing, yo. We gotta get off the who he beat. Sometimes you need to just throw him in there and see if he can beat the guy that's in front of him. There was nothing on Otto Wallin's resume that would have suggested, oh, yeah, you're ready for Tyson Fury. Yeah, you're ready for Tyson Fury. Nothing. What, the Adrian Granat victory? Did that signify that he's ready for Tyson Fury? No. Sometimes you got to just throw dudes in the deep water and see if they can sink or swim. You know what I mean? And sometimes you might have to throw that white flag in the fourth or fifth round, that life preserver, you know what I mean, for them to stay above water. It just happens like that sometimes. And his people are willing to just push all the chips in the middle of the table and say, hey, we're about to gamble. Some promoters, some managers was like, nah, seems like a nice opportunity on the outset, but Fury may ruin our fighter. He probably needs 7, 8 or more fights. And there would have been nothing wrong with that. To me, there would have been nothing wrong with that because there's nothing on his resume. He hasn't even fought like Emmanuel Char, a Marius Wack level guy, nothing. Adrian Granat is probably his best win that I can think off the top of my head. Was it the Nick Kisner win? Was it that win? You know what I mean? So sometimes you got to just throw a guy up in there. But his promoter, Salida, he told Sky Sports, he says, hold on, let me see here. Yeah, Dimitri Salida, the promoter of the once beaten, and this is per boxing scene. So shouts out the boxing scene, all right. And he says, the once beaten heavyweight contender Otto Wallin says his boxer will be more than happy to take on a top British boxer on UK soil in the future. Okay. He's only 29 years old, and his promoter also said that Otto made, let me see, said he made a lot of fans from the UK after his performance against Fury, and he also said that he says a world heavyweight title is his number one target at this point, and that will lead to a rematch with Fury, a fight that many fans thought he won. He says Otto is getting better and better and has tons of untapped potential. He's going to approach his peak in the next 12 to 18 months. And I would agree with that because I thought he was 6, 7 fights, or five, look, anywhere from 3 to 6 fights away from getting that type of fight. And a few of those fights, probably 3 fights in like a 8 month span, something like that. I'm not talking about some drawn out 4 years, you know what I mean? But those type of fights. All right. Then he said both Joshua and Fury, still great fighters, are already on the other side of their best. A possible fight in the UK or New York with Joshua or rematch with Fury sometime down the line, Otto comes out on top. Well, I expect him to say that about his fighter, but nobody's pushing for Otto Wallin to fight any of those guys right now. But what I will say is this: first, we get to the super chat. Ronald Finkley, appreciate that, bro. Well, he said I appreciate it. I appreciate you, man. Appreciate that. $2. You dig what I'm saying? Y'all give me 1 second. Y'all give me 1 second, man. Got to do something really quick. We're gonna get to Otto Wallin. All right, y'all. We back, man. So even if Otto Wallin doesn't get a Fury fight, or he said one of the top heavyweights in the UK. So even if it's not a Fury fight, I would love to see Otto Wallin face like a Daniel Dubois down the line. You know what I mean? Even if he wanted to get like I'm not gonna call it a tune-up, but and I don't think it'll be a tune-up. Even a fight against a guy like Nathan Gorman, maybe he's not looking for those type of guys. Joe Joyce is another guy that's in the rankings that he can fight. Actually, just pull up the rankings, okay? Now these are all 4 sanctioning bodies per boxing scene. Okay, so it seems pretty updated. If it's not updated to a T, let me know. But I'm just reading how boxing scene has the 4 sanctioning body top 15s. Okay, so you know what? Even if he was to fight, I'd like to see him fight Ajay Cabello. I think that'd be. I know Ajay Cabello is not a UK fighter; he's from Germany, but I would love to see him fight like Ajay Cabello or something like that, or Zhang Ji Li. Um, Somebody like that, man. You know what I mean? Michael Hunter. Love to see him fight some other guys. But the Daniel Dubois fight would be a good one. Like I said, Junior Fa. There's a lot of guys out there for Otto Wallin to fight if he wants to stay afloat and fight top 15 type of guys. Yo, shouts out to the OG, man, Freza Kendo, but the WBA is killing me with having Freza Kendo in their top 15. Shouts out to him. You know what I mean? And I understand why he was in the top 5 for like 4 years in a row without fighting, because he was court ordered to fight for the regular WBA title after his loss to Chagayev. He had in his rematch clause. He had a clause to get a immediate rematch. But damn, Freza Kendall still in the top 15. Okay, cool. Derek Chisora is another guy that Otto Wallin could possibly face. You know what I mean? So I don't mind it. I want to see Wallin again, man. Hopefully he's not living too happy off that Fury victory, man, because you do got to fight again. You got to keep proving yourself to everybody, man. So, to the fans at least, you know what I mean? Because that's how we are. We demand for you to prove yourself in this sport. Um, so yeah, I want to see more Wallin, man. Just got to get his ass in the ring. You know what I mean? Something else I want to cook on boxing scene had up here. Okay, Andy Ruiz. Don't want to talk about Andy right now. I think Sugar Hill came out and said something in the media. Yeah, I seen that this morning. Let me find that real quick, y'all. I'm gonna find this real quick. I'm gonna see what y'all talking about. Then I'm gonna go right into the AJ what the title of the video is about. Just gotta find a damn article. Well, I can't find it, but pretty much in a nutshell, the article is Sugar Hill was saying that you know how Crunk, you know how Crunk trainers train fighters. We're looking for the knockout. You know what I mean? Work behind a good pit, like I said, the way Emmanuel would do it. Have your big guy work behind a nice jab and sit down on some punches. Emmanuel ain't telling dudes to hop around, especially his big heavyweights. He won't telling dudes to just hop around the ring and land light jabs and nah. Emmanuel wants you to put that thunder on people, especially if you're an orthodox fighter and you gotta, he wants you to show that right hand. Use that damn jab, that stick, and land that right hand. When the guy gets in close, you wrap him up, tie him up. The ref breaks the clinch, get back on that jab. You know what I mean? If a guy likes to crouch in, land that damn uppercut with that guy coming on his way in by blinding him with the jab first. Step off to the side, land the right hand. Those type of things, all right? And Sugar Hill pretty much was saying that. Now, will he try to make Tyson Fury more offensive? And if he does, will that make Tyson Fury vulnerable to getting caught in an exchange with Wilder? Will he try to make Tyson Fury be the aggressor and try to walk Wilder down? Now, I've heard George Foreman say on old HBO telecast that's very dangerous to do back in the 90s. Heard him say it's dangerous to walk down a puncher. And if there's anybody that's a puncher in the division, it's Deontay Wilder. All right. Maybe he can walk him down while trying to make him miss. Oh, here it is, right here, the article. But maybe he can walk him down if he were to go to that, revert to that, walk him down while making him miss as he's coming towards him, moving his head side to side, using the jab, bending at the waist, but coming forward and taking an aggressive approach with his feet by coming forward and making a miss. Maybe he can try something like that. I'm not sure. I guess we're gonna see what the Gypsy King's gonna try to do. Um, yeah, this is what he had to say. This is what Sugar Hill said to Sky Sports. He says it's the Crunk style, so it's not hard to figure out. What did Emmanuel like the most? If you know the answer, you know the plan Tyson spoke about. It's simple. You could miss it. Both guys are big punchers, but Wilder is bigger. Well, I wouldn't consider Fury a big puncher, but he is a big guy. If he starts to put the hardware on you, it's going to take effect. I think it will start accumulating if he stays consistent with his output on offense. All right, but he's fucking 260 pounds. 260-pound dude hit you in the jaw, it's gonna hurt. All right, but he says Wilder's a bigger puncher. He is a beast of a puncher, but one punch changes the fight, and this is why the heavyweights are the big daddies of them all. A knockout is always the plan. Why think anything less? I totally agree. He wanted a trainer who was technical. He wants to be very technical. We will work on his technique. These are the characteristics he was looking for when he called me, and I fit the description. It all happened so fast. Initially, he spoke to me about coming into camp. Then I heard Ben Davison is gone, and I'm the head trainer. Okay, so Tyson Fury looking for a knockout against Wilder. I'm like Birdman. Y'all know Birdman when he's up at the Breakfast Club, or how Birdman just rubs his hand. And I'm like Birdman, rubbing my hands. If that's the Tyson Fury we're going to see, shit, I'm Birdman. I can't wait to see this, man. Uh, that's going to be a sight to see. That means that fight's going to end early. Somebody's getting knocked out early. Yeah. Yeah, somebody's getting knocked out early. Whether it's Fury, which most likely it will be if he takes that approach, in my opinion, or can he be one of the first guys to really make his weight advantage count against Wilder? A lot of these guys haven't really made it count. They haven't pushed up against him, press him against the ropes, make him stay against the ropes, slug with him, grab him, wrestle him, damn near throw him down sometimes and make the ref say, hey, quit throwing him down. Try to bully him, put his elbow in his neck against the ropes, punch him in the stomach, put him in a headlock, those type of things. But Mr. Boxing, that's illegal. But you guys know what I'm saying, man. You guys know what I'm saying, though. As boxing fans, you guys watch enough fights to understand what I'm saying. Can he make the weight advantage count against Wilder? Wilder has shown to be a lot stronger than he looks, especially up top. But can he make it count? We will see. We will see. All right, man. 62 people up in here, only 40 thumbs up. Come on, y'all. Let's throw a Larry Holmes, Sonny Liston, Ezra Charles jab to that like button, y'all. Come on now. Who else give it to you like this, man? Talk about the heavyweights in depth like this for this long on YouTube. I'm not a Johnny come lately, man. I've been doing this for damn near 11 years, y'all. So come on, man, give it up to me. You know what I mean? So let me see what y'all have to say really quick. My man Timothy Moan Case says, "Can I get a 2-time?" Sheldon Holmes says, "Can't wait to hear your take on this." I'm gonna get to it, bro. Let me see here. Trying to catch up. AZ says, yep, AZ, I see that. Yep. And I'm about to cook on it, bro. Okay, AZ says that he thinks that AJ should help his countrymen. Okay, I'm gonna give my opinion. Jonathan Roos, what's up, bro? Hop says, respect to every person who has actually stepped between the ropes. Exactly. And I've never had a pro fight, but I've stepped between the ropes. You guys heard me plenty of times. I sparred Robert Brandt, even though I'm a lot bigger than Robert Brandt. I'm 6'5", 200. At that time, about 240 pounds, but I'm 6'5", 240. Well, I'm 6'5", about 220 now. But sparred Robert Brandt about 10 years ago. He went on to win, I think, the regular middleweight title. You know what I mean? He was actually the first guy I ever sparred. Him and Javante Starks and Jamal James was out of that gym as well here in Minneapolis, the Circle of Discipline. You know what I mean? So I've sparred I haven't had a pro fight, but I've sparred sometimes too, man. That shit's not easy. There's nothing cool about getting punched in the face. You know what I mean? There's nothing easy about that. There's nothing, you know what I mean? You don't walk away happy from that type of shit. So fighters definitely have a different mind state than just normal people, man. You got to be slightly crazy to want to be a fighter. You know what I mean? And I mean that in a funny, in a real way though, man. You know what I mean? Let me see here. Rich H, he says Dubois might beat White. Let me see here. Keep going, my man. Arjun Gunley up in here. Jupiter B, what's good, bro? L Dog says a friendly reminder that Philippe Herkovic is the best heavyweight in boxing, and he will crush any alphabet champion within the next 3 years. God bless everyone and Merry Christmas. Okay, L Dog. You guys know the story. You guys probably heard it so much, but I predicted that Philippe Herkovic would be a heavyweight champion one day in 2015. I made that prediction when he was an amateur. Okay, and I made that video. That video was up. But the Architect one was good, bro. Ronald Finkley. Let me see. I need to cook on this real quick, so I'm gonna just say what's up to all the names, man. My man Punch quote up in here. I'm pretty sure me and him gonna disagree about something while he up in here. My man Stay Ready Boxing TV out of that Texas, man. What's good? Stay Ready. Y'all go subscribe to Stay Ready. D-Lo 44 Boxing up in here. My man Almond Rice up in here says salute to Mr. Boxing and the entire LDBC, no doubt. There's a super chat, so let me go ahead and appreciate that person who appreciate me. Let me see who sent me the super chat. My man Say Less, Jeff, Dream Chasing Boxing says, I'm sorry, bro, but Wilder does something to these guys. They are literally all over the place, switching trainers, praying he loses, doubting themselves. It's crazy. They want to wonder. He says they want to wonder twin activate. All right. For y'all that joined in, salute to all y'all, man. So let me go ahead and cook. Now, appreciate that 10 too, Jeff. All right, now before I get to what he said exactly, I already know what you're going to say. But Mr. Boxing, what about when Deontay Wilder said he would fight Ruiz, or he wants to fight Ruiz? This is before the Ruiz-Joshua rematch. He would want to fight Ruiz. Okay, so let me go ahead and read that, because that came out. Hold on, y'all. Let me do this right, man, because I want to get everything up in here. Don't want to. Okay, so I'm going to go exactly what Wilder said. I took a screenshot of it, so let me go to photos. Or maybe it was under video. Hold on, y'all. Give me 1 second. About to say, damn, I erased it. Okay, bam, I see it.
Hello.
All right, so let me see here. Let me go to what Wilder said. Now, this was Wilder November 20th, a few days before the fight with Andy Ruiz. And I'm going to tell you why I think it's different. Okay, now he says Wilder admitted that he would prefer Ruiz to defeat Joshua due to the ease of negotiations with the boxer also under the PBC promotional stable. To me, that makes a lot of sense. It's like if Tyson Fury was a part of Matchroom, logically that fight will be easier to make. Okay, Mr. Boxing, Eddie Hearn and Aaron would do business together, even though they go back and forth dissing each other. They would do business together. Hell, Mr. Boxing, Pulev is getting ready to fight. It most likely would be Anthony Joshua's next opponent. Pulev is with who? Bob Arum. So I get it. Okay, so I do think that Fury and Joshua could get made. Now, Wilder also said after this fight, which is Ortiz, he says, I'm looking forward to the rematch with Fury. Then after I knock Fury out, I'm looking forward to the winner of Joshua Ruiz. Okay. He says, but if Ruiz get it, the win, being that they're in the same stable, it'll be easier fight to make. Okay. So I understood why Wilder said that. Now, what Wilder didn't say was this. Okay, now let me just play this. Okay, I want to just play what the guy said, and then we're gonna go from there. Okay, this is the two-time unified heavyweight champion, gold medalist, uh, guy that proved me wrong on June 1st. This is from Anthony Joshua. Hold on.
To have that fight here on British soil is mad. Can you imagine that? Like, I would even, if Fury, if you need me for sparring, we're gonna fight one day. I'll spar Tyson Fury when we were kids anyway. I'll go out to America and spar Tyson Fury and get ready for this Wilder fight because um, I would like that fight because I think Fury would fight me faster than Wilder would. I think Tyson Fury would fight me quicker than Wilder would. So if that's the case, I want Fury to win because I just want to fight. And I think to have that fight here on British soil is mad. Can you imagine that? Like, I would even, if Fury, if you need me for sparring.
All right. Now, what Wilder didn't say was Ruiz, if you need me for sparring, all this type of shit. He didn't say that. With Mr. Boxing, that wouldn't have been possible when he came out with that interview that you just read about him November 20th, because his fight was literally a few days after the interview. But even before that, he wasn't saying in uh, May, hey, Ruiz, if you need me, man. Even though he did say that, I think the fight, now they both have said that they wanted the other guy based on them both thinking that the other guy wouldn't want to fight them. Now it comes down to who do you believe with this, okay? For my belief, I stand on the side of Wilder. Some of you stand on the side of Joshua when it comes down to who to believe when it comes to who will want to fight who. I believe that Eddie Hearn puts up barriers, moves the goalposts when it comes down to any type of talk of negotiation with Wilder. Want him to take flat fees, want him to sign 3-fight deals that are not guaranteed to get the Anthony Joshua fight. That's my opinion on it, okay? Um, Wilder didn't go as far as to say, I'll help you spar and get you prepared to Ruiz. You know what I mean? Now that would have been kind of over the top. I think this is over the top. First of all, why in the fuck would you want to spar somebody that needs to be, not just me saying, that needs to be your foe? Now he said they sparred when they were kids, when they were younger, cool. But at this point though, bro, nah. Especially, look, it's one thing like when Klitschko, and kind of like what AJ did with this training camp, right? Uh, Klitschko was notorious for bringing in top contenders and top prospects into his camps. He would have like 11 of them up in there. A young Dillian White, a young Joshua, Malik Scott. He even had Deontay Wilder, Philippe Herkovic. He's had them all in his camp, right? So let me acknowledge your super chat real quick. D'Lo 404 Boxing says, shouldn't AJ be preparing to fight around the same time? You know what I mean? So some of you may say, Mr. Boxing, wouldn't that be competitive? Fury and AJ sparring each other? Yeah, it would be. And if they decide to do it, shit, go ahead. But can you release the footage to us as a fan so we can see though? But I don't see why he would want to help him. I don't see why we want to help him. You know what I mean? But maybe he wants to get in there, and now maybe AJ may be playing war tactics, right? Maybe this is all a mind game. Maybe he's not trying to help Tyson Fury at all. He wants to get in there and just see what Tyson Fury is about now. Not when they were kids, not what he see on TV, but what he'll see up close. So you got to look at it like that too, man. Maybe AJ is just playing a game right now. He don't give a fuck about either one of them. But maybe he wants to get in there in the camp with Fury just to see, hey, man, let me see if I were to spar Fury like this, how does it react? If I'm aggressive against Fury, Can he counter me well? Can I do this to him? Hey, can I use my back foot game against him that I use against Ruiz? That's one way of looking at it. Another way of looking at it is, and I know a lot of you probably looking at it like this, he's full of shit that he doesn't want nothing to do with Deontay Wilder, and he's hoping and praying that Tyson Fury wins based on styles. Because I think Deontay Wilder's style is much more difficult for him to deal with. But Mr. Boxing, Tyson Fury moves around. He makes it hard with lateral movement. He uses his jab. He can switch from righty to lefty. But it's something about that right hand, man. I really think that right hand is historic. And I've seen Sonny Liston. I've seen Ernie Shavers. I've seen Mike Tyson. I've seen Klitschko brothers. I've seen Lennox Lewis. You know what I mean? I've seen Smoking Joe Frazier. I've seen Joe Lewis. I've seen Ezra Charles. I've seen Jersey Joe Wolcott, Jack Johnson, Rocky Marciano. I've sorry about that. I've seen them. I've seen them fight. I've seen Jack Dempsey. This right hand is going up there in history, man. You know what I mean? I've seen Big George Foreman, one of my favorites. Ali Foreman and Holmes. Y'all know those. That's like 1A, 1B, 1C to me. But maybe you can look at it like that. That he wants nothing to do with Deontay Wilder, and he's hoping, fingers crossed, that Wilder loses the fight. So he doesn't have to deal with Wilder, at least not right now. Maybe a Wilder, because you know Wilder got a few years on AJ, man. So maybe AJ believes, or maybe there's a possibility that he believes, yeah, I'll fight Wilder, but shit, like in a couple years from now, let's see if he can slow down a little bit. Let's see if he can get a loss under his belt first. Let's see if he can, get a chink in the armor first. You know what I mean? Now, what he said about him and Fury being a huge fight in the UK, well, that kind of goes without saying. We all know that. And I want to see them fight, period. I've said it before. I want to see AJ fight Fury and AJ fight Wilder. So it's not so much like if he fights Fury, it's an easy fight. He still can run a chance of losing that fight. So I will say that. I'm not gonna sit here and pretend like Tyson Fury is like an easier fight to the degree of it's a for sure win. Like, oh, that's a win if he fights him. No, he may possibly could lose that fight. I've always favored pre-June 1st, I've always favored AJ to beat Fury. And I've said this, I came out with a video a few years ago, 2016, either 2016, 2017. You guys can type the title in the search box and it'll pop up. I said Joshua versus Wilder is going to be this fight's or this era's the fight in capital letters. You know what I mean? I still believe that. I still believe it. I had some doubts June 1st after because I just didn't know where AJ was. But once he regained everything and proved me wrong in December or a couple weeks ago, then my opinion kind of went back to what it was 3 years ago. You know what I mean? So that's why I want that fight. And just the style map, bro, that's pay-per-view extravaganza written all over it. Deontay Wilder versus Anthony Joshua, as explosive as those guys are, as much history and much shit talking has been going on over the internet. Whenever there's a video about Joshua Wilder, the internet goes crazy. It goes crazy. More so than anything about Fury tangled up with any of those guys. If it's AJ Fury topic, it's going to get some views. AJ or Wilder Fury, it's going to get some views. But let it be an AJ Wilder topic. That's why you guys are here, right? That's why you're here. You know what I mean? So, again, man, look, I know he's a gold medalist. I can sit here and give a laundry list of things that AJ has done well, has done right. They can be an example for up and coming fighters. I can, man, but I really believe this, y'all. And I've been saying, and I've been consistent with this. Whether you disagree with me, you think I'm full of shit, that's fine. When it comes to Deontay Wilder, there's just a different tone in Anthony Joshua. And I hope Timothy Moan is here. And I just want to hear your opinion, bro. Now, I know that Anthony Joshua can be very philosophical with his answers. That's something else I've been saying for like 4 years now. Before all the controversy with him and Wilder and who should he fight, he shouldn't fight. I've always said that about AJ. Now he's been winning. It's not like he did lose one time, but he revenged it. But he just has a different tone when it comes to Wilder. Now he wants to help a foe. He wants to help his opponent out in camp to beat him. But Mr. Boxing, he's just showing loyalty towards his countrymen. Okay, fair enough. If that's what you believe. I just think there's always a different tone with Wilder, whether it's the 50 million and then I'm not going to sell my soul. And I do agree with AJ to a point, even though he didn't say this, but I'm kind of reading between the lines. He knows that there's been problems with Hearn speaking with negotiations as far as Wilder, what Wilder should take. And Eddie Hearn kind of pisses me off when he says the boy from Alabama and he's a country, the hillbilly and all. I take offense to that shit, man. I really do. Because my grandmother's from Mississippi. There's nothing hillbilly about my grandma. There's nothing hillbilly about my mom. And Bama and the SIP is literally right next to each other. You know what I mean? So yeah, I take offense to that type of shit. You know what I mean? Some of the smartest, hardworking people that I know. You know what I mean? So you should take a flat fee. Yeah, a hillbilly idiot would take a flat fee in a fight of that magnitude. So yeah, you're right. But he's not that, and he's shown to not be that. He's more savvier than that. His people and his team's a little bit more savvier than that, Eddie Hearn. They're gonna take no flat fees. So hopefully we come back to the negotiation table and they can work out who's what percent, who's the A side, B side, whatever, but come to an agreement to where they can all live with. You know what I mean? And so we can finally see this fight. But that's pretty much it, man. As far as what I think about it, is Anthony Joshua having in my opinion, a weird type of response to Deontay Wilder. That's just what I think. Could he beat him in the ring? It wouldn't surprise me if Anthony Joshua knocked out Deontay Wilder. I would favor Wilder based on their styles. I just don't think AJ, although he did great on his legs and he was moving well on his legs, his head movement isn't always there sometimes. Sometimes he puts up the high guard sometimes, especially when he's on the. All right, I'll see you later. Sometimes when he's on the defense, he'll put up the guard. Now he did a great job against Ruiz, but I'm not 100% at that style he used against Ruiz. That's the type of style he needs against Wilder. I always think you need to use the style accordingly to your opponent. Why outbox everybody when outboxing may not work in a fight like that? You know what I mean? I think his best bet is to get into Wilder's chest. Yes, that runs that runs the course of maybe him getting hit with something because Wilder's right hand, he can deliver a long right hand or a short right hand, and AJ has shown when he gets hit off the top of the head, and that right hand just needs to land anywhere to hurt you. And but I think AJ is a good mid-range fighter. I think he's a better mid-range fighter than he is an outboxer, in my opinion. But Mr. Boxer, look what he did to Ruiz. Well, that style worked for that. He couldn't do the mid-range thing with Ruiz because Ruiz is a little bit better than him at the mid-range. But besides that, I'm hard to find somebody that's better in the mid-range and will take more chances and that's a quick, solid combination puncher like Joshua right now. Adam Konaki is a guy that'll take a lot, but he's not. His technique ain't the way Joshua's is. You know what I mean? But there are some. Now I'm not saying he's the only come forward guy that wants to bang with you, but I'm talking about being compact, doing good combinations. AJ is one of the best. He's one of the better inside guys at the division. Ruiz was able to outwork him because quicker hands, slippery defense. You know what I mean? So I think he'll get Wilder problems like that. I really do. But just based on their styles, there's just no way around me seeing Joshua not getting hit with a right hand and getting hurt and getting knocked out. I just don't. I can't see it. You know what I mean? Even if it's a fight where Joshua may buzz Wilder and look like he's backing up and hurting him, will AJ have the mindset of, like I said yesterday in my live, will his mindset be, if I hurt you, I'm not going to step on the gas because I'm thinking about June 1st? If I see blood, if he sees blood, is he still willing to step on the gas? That's what I want to see. Maybe Timothy can add to this. You know what I mean? I'm going to get to it in a second. But I want to, is that mentality still there? Because the mentality I saw against Ruiz was he landed some good right hands. And that's the punch I said that would be key for him. And I said that because going into the Parker fight for Ruiz, I said, look, man, Ruiz is susceptible to getting hit with right hands. I don't know what it is about him in the right hand, but his face is like a magnet for right hands, straight right hands. Zambanu Love was landing some good right hands. Tor Hammer was landing some good right hands. You know what I mean? AJ utilized it. Shit, a lot better than Parker did in the Ruiz Parker fight. But if Joshua hurts you, is he still the same AJ that's going to try to destroy you after he sees that you're hurt? Or is he going to say, nope, I'm gonna box smart, and I'm gonna just stay on the outside and keep peppering you. And if it gets to rounds 11, 12, and I see that I have to finish you, then I'll do it. But if he hurts you early, is he going to just step off the gas? And if you do that to Wilder and you letting Wilder hang around, there's more chance of him still landing a big right hand on you. You know what I mean? And I don't see AJ just going unscathed. That's what I think about it, man. So let me go up and see what y'all talking about, man. I'm gonna try to run through these quickly. Uh, Let me see here. My man BFTB boxing up in here. He says, "What's up to BFTB?" We left a few comments, so let me scroll up. Shout out to my man BFTB. Y'all go subscribe to my man BFTB boxing, man. One of the best live streams on YouTube. Um, Rich H says he believes that both fighters want the fight. The promoters are the stumbling block. I would think it's more so than Eddie Hearn. It is Eddie Hearn. Now, Wilder's team just don't want to concede to some bullshit. And Hearn is trying to make them concede to bullshit, man, with these flat fees. Like a flat fee for a fight this big. If any of the promoters are suggesting that, it just comes off like you don't want the fight, bro. Because you know you can't have no flat fees with a fight like this. You can't, man. You can't. Marvinette was good, man. Not Raji up in here was good. And then Wilder, as Jupiter B brought up, he did accept the flat fee thing at first. Was it 12 million? But then, uh, but now it's past that now. All that stuff that he would have, could have, should have accepted in 2017 to 20, it's past that now. It's past that. We can't go back to that shit because things have changed. AJ's took a loss, got his titles back, but took a loss. Uh, Wilder's on the verge of fighting Fury, especially if he is to beat Fury this time and not just have a draw. You know what I mean? The wins over Ortiz, things have changed now. Arjun Gunther says, "Laugh aloud. It's funny how you guys count out Fury already. Laugh aloud. I don't see any point in AJ sparring Fury. I'm definitely not counting him out. I'm definitely not counting him out at all. Fury is a guy you can't count out. Whether he's changing trainers, whether he is saying ridiculous shit on the web, you can't count him out, man. He hasn't gotten this far for not because of luck. Now, his opponent selection hasn't been all that great since his comeback fight, besides the Wilder fight. And Otto Wallin made it into a tough fight, and Otto Wallin was pretty much a prospect guy. You dig what I'm saying? So, but as far as him, the fighter, regardless of what he looked, regardless of what he looked like against Wallin and him selecting Sefer Safiri and all that, you still put Tyson Fury in a boxing ring. I'm not counting him out. I'm not. So I won't take it that far. At least I'm not. Um, my man Dlo 44 Boxer said you're giving AJ too much credit. He isn't that smart. Hop. Okay, let me see. Hop said I actually think it was a sincere comment by AJ. DOG 215 says actually disrespectful as if Fury ain't good enough. It was just odd, man. He's just, again, I know one guy came over here and told me that give him the benefit of the doubt. You're too hard on AJ. It's like, well, bro, he just says some of just stuff that doesn't make sense to me sometimes. Um, Bang for Buck PC Gamer says he says I know Joshua always said he will fight Wilder even without the belt. Well, I want to see it, man. My man BFTB says so. Fury needs AJ now. Laugh out loud. Jupiter B says Fury is easier than Wilder. Is easier than Wilder for AJ. I believe he is because the way Fury likes to fight, I believe it will give AJ more courage to try to walk him down and stalk him and be the aggressor than it would to try to walk and stalk down a puncher. And I would way rather be in the ring with a guy that's perceived to be an outboxer and wants to stick and move and things like that, and not really known to have a huge punch, than being there with somebody who has historic power as far as a matchup is concerned, and somebody that's either more athletic than you or just as athletic than you. And shit, both of them are pretty athletic. You know what I mean? Shit, they're all three of them is athletic in my opinion. But Wilder's very quick, unorthodox. You might call it unskilled, but it's very quick. He's just very quick. He's a quick right hand puncher. He has quick feet. He come from the basketball court, right? So he still has that like basketball quickness, lateral movement, and in and out. He can still move. It might not look the prettiest, but he can get out the way pretty quick. Um, Both guys are athletic, so the footwork, but it's Wilder's power that's just dangerous. It's very dangerous. It's lights out in the fight. You wake up to you lost the fight dangerous. My man Ronald Finkley says, shout out to AJ sparring partners, but he has to back that pompous shit. L Dog says Hergovic ate that right hand like it was nothing in sparring. Well, I know what you're talking about, but I haven't seen that sparring footage, bro. I haven't seen it. I've seen a picture of them and I actually posted that picture up, but I haven't seen the actual sparring. And in sparring, you have on headgear and bigger gloves. So can he eat a right hand like it's candy with 10-ounce gloves on? My money would be no. And if he does eat them, he's definitely going to eat so many to where he's going to be knocked out. That's just something you just don't want to eat. Um, St. Cruzan says Deontay is far more dangerous than lighter hitting Fury. I agree, he's a lot more dangerous puncher. Obviously, Neutral Natural says all these heavyweight prospects need to stop fast tracking. Just because AJ won in his 16 fights doesn't mean everyone can do it. Circumstances were different in 2016, um, as in 2019. Circumstances are definitely different. There aren't vacant titles for you to fight against, for you to fight other prospect level or guys that are working their way up to contender status, like a Glasscoff Charles Martin fight for a vacant title, things of that nature. But to me, man, is to me, neutral natural, it just all comes down to handling your prospect accordingly, man. You know what I mean? Like I said, look what nobody there's no way I would have thought Otto Wallin would have went in there and had that type of fight against Tyson Fury. But I understand what you're saying because I'm a big believer in you push your prospect out there when he's ready. If you think he's ready in 8 fights and he has an extensive amateur background and he's pretty much sparred and beat these guys and probably knocked these guys down and knocked them out in the amateurs and all that, and you want to push the chips in the middle of the table, go ahead. If you think your guy's the type of guy where he needs 30 fights to you know, to get some more experience, just fighting experience, then do that. I think you need to do it accordingly. I don't think there should be just be one set rule. Like, nope, if you're a prospect, you need this many fights. No. Or you can be on the Mike Tyson schedule where, as far as time elapsing, it's not a long time, 2 year, like a year and a half, 2 year thing, but you're getting 10 fights in those 10, those year and a half span. You dig what I'm saying? Where you're literally having your guy fighting, is most fans would like to say bums, right? They like to call guys bums, but you can get some experience in a short amount of time by taking a lot of fights. Mike Tyson did. He's not the only one. There's a lot of guys that did that type of shit. And if you really want to go back in the day when like Archie Moore was fighting, them dudes fought damn near 200-300 fights in their career. You know what I'm saying? So to me, you just handle your prospect accordingly, man. Black Ranger Boxing says salute from Kansas. I'm an amateur heavyweight boxer and kickboxer, new to the chat. Appreciate that, bro. You should leave your real name, man, so we can try to follow you, man. My man DOG215 says Fury needs help. They know he's a dead man walking. BFTB Boxing says, so Fury, the better boxer, needs help from AJ, the guy who just ran from Ruiz, laughed my ass off, laughed my fucking ass off, okay. And I think Fury might take offense to that. Like, what? I don't need you. He may look at it like, man, I don't need your damn help. Matter of fact, when I beat him, I'm gonna beat you. You know what I mean? That's how I would look at it if I was Fury. Title holders can't be in there helping each other, man. That just don't look right, man. The title holders, not a title holder that's bringing in an up and coming prospect or something like that. But title holders helping each other out, like, nah, man, that just don't look right, man. But that's just me. Maybe again, I'm not, I'm being too hard on Anthony Joshua, right? Um, Hop says Wilder equals generational power. I agree. No Sugar Coast TV says Wilder been running scared. Okay. Scared from who? Arthur Mack says two grown men feels like they have to team up to beat one man. Yeah, it's kind of awkward to me, bro. Um, Let me see here. Jupiter B says we've never seen a heavyweight knock out people 30 to 60 pounds heavier than them. Well, I'm sure there's some that we can point out. I mean, shit. Well, what's my man's name? Jack Dempsey ran through. What was the big motherfucker's name that he beat, man? I can picture the gray, the black and white footage in my head. Just can't. The dude that beat Jack Johnson. I can't fucking think of his name. But you guys get what I'm saying. There have been incidents where even Joe Lewis had a few fights against some bigger guys, man. I can't think of all their names right now. But the consistent rate that Wilder's doing it is pretty impressive. Okay. This is gonna piss. I can see the grainy footage of Dempsey beating the hell out the dude, man. I cannot think of the dude's name right now. Let me scroll down. I know one of y'all didn't put the name in. Scrapbook up in here. Scrapbook know what I'm talking about. Scrapbook. Who's the dude that Dempsey ran through? Jess Willard. That's who it was. Just I found it. Shout out to everybody who just left Jess Willard. But yeah. But Wilder's doing it just much more consistent. Is Timothy? Let me try to. I'm gonna get to everybody. I want to see if Timothy Moan's still up in here, man. Because I want to hear what he has to say. Maybe I was too long winded and he probably left, but I want to hear his opinion about what I'm saying concerning AJ. So let me try to find his comments because he was actually in camp with AJ. So let me just scroll and see if I see Timothy Moan still up in here. I think Tim probably left, man. Tim probably said, "Man, I ain't trying to answer that shit. I just did camp with AJ, man." But let me see if Tim's still up in here. I think Tim bounced. Or did he leave a comment? Let me see, y'all. Hold on. Somebody said, I'm out of here. Bye. Shit. Nobody asked you to come here, man. I asked you to come here. And the guy that said that I'm out of here, he only comes to the videos when I'm talking about Anthony Joshua, Wilder type topics. Never see him when I'm talking about, uh, you know what I mean, Philippe Herkovic or Joe Joyce versus Bryant Jennings. Never see him in those videos. And that's another thing, man. I ain't going to address no damn trolls this morning, man. I ain't addressing no trolls. Some of you only come for these topics and then get mad and disagree, but never come to any prospect watch videos. I'm talking about prospects, or I'm talking about under the radar heavyweights, or I'm talking about the Dubois versus Fujimoto, or I'm bringing you heat like that. You only come to this, and you only look for criticisms of Anthony Joshua videos. Yo, you guys are full of shit, man. Gone, shit. I don't care. Leave. Anyways, I think Tim probably bounced, man. I can't see any comments from him. Or hold on, let me see. My man Cali Enigma up in here. Salute, Cali. I'm kind of all over right now. I'm trying to see if I see him up in here, Timothy Monk, because I want to hear his opinion, man. Tone Bangers up in here. Scrapbook up in here. Saint Cruising. Jay Jerk up in here. I think Tim Moten left, man. So, but that's my opinion, man. Regardless of what anybody says in here, that's my opinion about uh this whole thing. So let me go ahead and read y'all's comments as quickly as possible. I know some other people want to go live and cook, so I'm gonna get off. But let me see here. Lowland Profits up in here. My man Jay Dill up in here. John Aristotle, he up in here. You know what I mean? My man Cali Nigma Sports says, PC Jacob, I see you're still trolling LDBC channels. You've been blocked. so many times. I figured you'd be going away. Usually when PC up in here, I can't read. I see y'all done gave him the Kimbe Mutombo treatment. Y'all done blocked all his y'all up in here throwing a block party. But usually me and him go back and forth is respectful. So I'm not sure what he said or what he's saying right now, but usually PC's respectful. So I'm not sure what he left, y'all. But if it's something bogus and out of control, yeah, you know what I mean, block it. But usually, and it's not letting me see it's not letting me see some of these. My phone's acting crazy, man. It's not letting me read what he wrote to even go to see what he said. But if it's something ridiculous, then yeah. But usually when he goes back and forth with me, it's usually respectful, y'all. So I can't see him right now. Floa says heavyweight prospects. His top 10 prospects are F.A. Ajagba, and this is 1 through 10 in order. F.A. Ajagba, Tony Yoka, Philippe Herkovic, Daniel Dubois, Bakardar Jolalov, Ivan Daichko, Arslan Makhmadov, Guido Villanelli, Peter Kadiro, the guy from Germany, and Damarni Rock, the kid out of Philadelphia. Those are some. That's a good list. You know what I mean? It's a pretty solid list. I'll have to sit down. I can't do it off the top of my head as far as I can name about 40 of them, but as far as my top 10, I'll have to sit down and really do a list and think about it. But my top two that I've been saying for a while would be Herkovic and Dubois. Those are my top two right now. But I had to sit down and do a list. But I like your list, man. You could probably throw Jermaine Franklin up in there. Dermani Rock, you could probably, you got him in there. You could probably have Jermaine Franklin up in there, Cassius Chaney, some other American guys. Timothy Moan probably is listening, like, oh man, have me up in there. You know what I mean? But Stephen Shaw's another guy you can probably throw up in there. There's a few guys, man, as far as the heavyweight from prospects here in America. Um, Let me see. I see BFTB going back and forth. Hey y'all, BFTB gonna have the graveyard open today. I'm assuming BFTB gonna go live today. Y'all can be. Hey man, y'all go over there. See, that's one thing about BFTB channel that I like. He'll let y'all call in, or he'll send the link. You come in and speak your piece. I said that one time. Person was like, "No, he doesn't. He blocks you. He blocks." It's like, well, yeah. If you come in there talking bullshit, if you come in there just talking ridiculous bullshit, you're not bringing up no facts, and it's all just opinion based. Then yeah, he'll clown you. You know what I mean? But if you come in there with some facts, because I've heard him have some intelligent debates with the people that bring that to the table, he'll have that type of debate with you. But if you want to go in there and be petty and talk shit, then you're gonna get flamed, and it's gonna be it's gonna be funny as hell. But he just debated a brother the other day that I was listening to when I was cleaning up the kitchen. Him and the brother was having a debate about Crawford and Spence. You know what I mean? So I suggest y'all go to the graveyard, man. Get it in with them. Just don't do it in the comments section, because in comments sometimes it's hard to tell if people really mean what they say, man. You know what I mean? Because it's easy to type something, but you can be typing it knowing like, man, I'm full of shit. I'm just trolling this dude, man. Let me just type this bullshit. This bullshit I got on going. This, you know what I mean? Versus you really being on there, showing your face so we can see your body language, and if you really mean this shit, or just hearing it in your voice. If you just got audio, we can hear it in your voice if you really mean this shit. And that's why I like the format that he has. You know what I mean? Because some of them dudes don't really be meaning what they say. And some of these dudes just have a lot of misinformation, and they get taught a lesson or two about some things that they wasn't privy to. You know what I mean? So it's more than him to just cussing you out and flaming you. And because half of them dudes be shit, all of them be deserving it when I be listening to it, because it's like, man, this dude full of shit. You know what I mean? So I suggest all y'all that want to go back and forth with BFTB, just go to the graveyard, man. Just get it in. My man Jay Ryan is sliding. What's good, bro? St. Cruisin says some dudes are just looking for attention. Yeah, exactly. BFTB says I give them what they give me. Yeah, you give them the energy that they bring to you. If they come on some rah rah, he's a bum, and if you start the shit off like that, then he's gonna bring it to you. But if you come with an intellectual debate, you got some facts, you got some pimp, and you're basing your opinion off of facts, it's gonna be a good debate. If you come with the other shit, you come with the shenanigans, BFTB gonna come with the activities. You know what I mean? And I think this shit's hilarious, man, to tell you the truth. Yeah, I agree. He says, BTB says, I have no issue with debating anybody on anything. And that's what I've seen. You know what I mean? And then I did see something, True School. So yeah, I seen a video, and True School Sports is actually somebody that I've collabed with. Man, when did me and True School do a collab? Man, I want to say it was a long time ago, bro. It was like 2015, 16. Because he was always down at the heavyweight factory. That's that gym that Shannon Briggs be at. And Shannon Briggs I have, and it'll be like Evander Holyfield there, Riddick Bowe, Klitschko's went down there, had Kent. That's a one of the standout gyms. I thought I heard something about it getting closed down though. Maybe that wasn't. I don't know if that news was true. But anyways, I seen that you and True School had some going. I don't know what happened. I just seen your video. I'm like, hold on, what? You know what I mean? I didn't think y'all even knew each other here on the internet, man. But I would like to see that debate. I would like to see True School come over to your channel and debate. I'm not sure what the topic is about or what the rift is. You dig what I'm saying? But um, yeah, I thought that was interesting, man. You know what I mean? Uh, but BFTB has a large audience with his live streams, man. I think it'd be a good debate. Uh, and Vincent Wilder AJ issue, I want to know what the issue is about. Okay, BOTB says, I don't know that dude. He talked shit about me. And I said, let's debate then. And he ducked me, of course. Oh, he talked shit about you? I just seen your vid and that's why I was like, damn. And then you said he came and trolled. I don't know, man. The internet fucking crazy, man. Tone Banger says True School used to be a big Wilder hater. Uh, I haven't watched any of True School stuff in a while though, man. I haven't watched Brendan stuff in a while, so I've had no beef with him. He's never came to me on no crazy shit like that. We've actually been cordial with each other, man. You know what I mean? He's asked me uh, some questions that he should ask some of the fighters and things like that. But some of these beefs, sometimes, bro, I just shit. People beef on YouTube. You dig what I'm saying? But I definitely support my man BFTB Boxing. I haven't been to True School's page in a minute though. But the last I did interact with him, everything was cool. But these beefs just be sparking up. My man BFTB says he was trolling me and made a video about me for nothing at all. Never spoke on that man at all. Never even knew he existed. Yeah, I didn't know. I never heard him bring you up ever in the videos I used to watch of him, and I never heard you bring him up until the video I seen the other day. So, but anyways, if it's just on some boxing shit, just get it in. You know what I mean? Get the debate in on some boxing. You know what I mean? A good. I love debates, man. And sometimes it's my channels that I rock with that be debating each other. So ain't no wrong with a good healthy debate, man. If that's what it's about. If it's just on some trolling, I'm just trying to troll you. To me, I've always thought that was just corny, man. You know what I mean? You should be able to come out with original content and get the viewers you want. But if it's just on some straight disagreement about some boxing talk, shit, let's get it in. There's always a place for that. But let me see. Nah, James, it ain't that dude. It ain't that dude. Wanted to see that one too. But I heard his debate with Blood, and that was more like of a conversation. When Blood Boxing debated the dude you talking about, that was more like a convo. It was kind of odd. It wasn't really a debate, really. Oh shit, damn, Christian is real. So the heavyweight factory has been closed down. Damn, damn. I wonder why that is, man. James Dagg says it's called the Lions Den boxing community for a reason. Yeah, and I remember when 78 first came out with the first how can I say the first hmm, format for the Lions Den. It was a debate thing. When 78 had it on his page, Like Carcino would be on there, Boxing Beats and Rhymes would be on there, Blood would be on there, J Dill would be on there. What's my man that got the historic videos? Not my man Scrapbook, but the other one, Boxing Librarian would be on there. It was a lot of dudes, and 78 had it formatted to where it was just a debate thing. The Lions Den was a debate thing. My man Zone 6 Boxing to be on there. Zone 6 was on there. Boxonologist. It would just be dope debates about like Henry Armstrong and Joe Lou. It was like that. Then he started the Lions Den after all the bullshit that was going on when we were calling it the YTBC. You dig what I'm saying? So um yeah, man, ain't no wrong with a healthy debate. People get too emotional and personal when it comes to debate. They think it's like personal. It's just a debate. You know what I mean? Shit, we up in the barber shop or we at fight parties or the way my family used to do it. Wasn't nobody about to fight nobody over no damn boxing debate. My man Gold says to end these trolls, show them the Boxing Voice November 2017 interview with Hearn, Wilder, Finkel, and Fury. Wilder destroyed Hearns. Uh, no, Mr. Reese, I've never bought any of those pair of gloves, bro. I've only been rocking with Everlast and Rival for right now, and I got another one. I think I got a. Damn, what's the name of that glove I got? I bought it in Cali when I was out in Cali in August. It's downstairs. I think it's called Pro Boxer or Pro Box. They damn near look like Reyes. They kind of got like the. If you look at the glove from far away, it look like a damn Reyes glove. The way that the design looks. My man James Dag says it's a talent to be able to agree to disagree without being disagreeable. Pro Box. Okay, yeah, Pro Box. Okay, that's what I got. Actually, my father bought them from my son, and because I know they have a shop out there. They got like a store out there in Cali. You know what I mean? My man Hulk Bradley up in here. What's good, bro? Ain't seen you in a minute. He says I like Everlast and Title Gloves. Salute to Mr. Boxing in the chat. Salute to you, man. Charlambo's Mark was good. He up in here. But yeah, man, I didn't cook long enough, man. I'm sure there's some other dudes that want to get up in here and do their thing. Um, Definitely gonna check out my man BFTB. Got some damn entertaining live streams, yo. Them motherfuckers is funny as hell, man. Um, but y'all go subscribe to BFTB. I see somebody here said they never heard of him, whatever. But y'all go subscribe to my man BFTB. Go subscribe to shit. Who else came up in here today? Scrapbook Boxing. My man Say Less, Jeff from Dream Chasing Boxing. Tone Bangers. I'm just scrolling through. Everybody got a channel, man. Go subscribe to those guys, man. Appreciate y'all showing up. Appreciate all the super chats from today, man. Until next time. Until next time, because I'm going to be back. Y'all be easy. I'm gone.